everybody, and welcome to Totally Cool, Totally Art Video Art Lessons. My name is Clint, and today we're going to do a sculpture project. In particular, a subtractive sculpture project. Kind of like stone sculpture, but we are going to use a very easily accessible material that I think you can do at your own house. And we are going to use a bar of soap to make our sculpture. I have bought one from the store here, no particular brand, very cheap and inexpensive, and I think we're gonna have a good time. So let's get to it. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna have to make a picture of what you're gonna make. Start simple. Let's not get in over our heads. But I do want to make something that stands up, so I'm gonna kind of put a base on each one of these. And I'll show you what I mean here. I just want it to stand, freestand, kind of like a sculpture, like a pedestal. Sometimes what I think is fun to do is to do an initial. My name is Clint. And of course I would get rid of all this stuff is what I'm going to do eventually. But I'm going to do something maybe more in the realm of like a Henry Moore. And we'll talk about that. What he uses is negative space a lot of times. Let's see here, and I'm just messing around. Sometimes people do, you could do almost anything. That could be kind of a fun sculpture, maybe. Keep it simple. And that's what I'm going to try and do. So I'm going to take my knife, just a standard knife, and I am going to start to try and do that. I'm going to cut this. First thing I'm going to try and do is just to make it stand. I'm going to start by just with some of these circles. I like to do things on the inside, especially these negative shapes, get rid of them early, do the details at the very end. Just kind of want to, maybe you call it rough it in. So now you can see, I'm starting to get my basic form in there. I have all those basic things. But now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in gently and just try and keep on removing more and more and trying to get to a nice reformed shape. Organic. This is that negative space I was talking about, all these little shapes in here. It stands up, and I just went slow. Now this is kind of like, I just use some negative space, but it's subtractive sculpture. It gives you a real good sense of what it would have been like to carve out of stone, like Michelangelo and some of those people that really carved those beautiful figures in stone. And so there you have it, a little soap sculpture. Kind of in the style of Henry Moore. There's an artist you should check out, a great American sculptor. I think you'd dig him. And it just started with just an average bar of soap. Another project, very similar. You can get this stuff called dry floral foam. This you can get from like a hobby store, and it's used for, you stick flowers in it. But it also can be carved, and you can get some really cool shapes out of this. It's a little bit bigger. Same thing with just a little knife, hitting your fingers, some forms. I made a little mask out of it. I glued about 4 pieces together, and I got a little bit more abstract. And again, I tend to like those natural forms you can see. This is soap, and this is foam. Well, I hope you had fun today with Totally Cool, Totally Art videos. I know I had fun. I can't wait to see what you make with this project. And you know, this is quarantine time in Austin, Texas, and around the world. So we're trying to make some projects you can make at home. Hope you have a great time making art, and we'll see you again next time, all right? Take care. Thank you.